Welcome to Real Reviews. I'm Chase Lee, and I'm going to review About Mom and Dad. But before I get to that, I just want to say that for the next week, week and a half or so, all my reviews are going to be in this chair on this desktop with those in the background, because I'm attending the Dallas International Film Festival right now, and I'm covering 14 to 15 movies, and that's in a week and a half span. And the room I usually do the reviews in is across the hall. This is my bedroom. This is just a lot easier to do the reviews and get it out as quickly as possible to you guys. So for the next week and a half, I apologize if you don't like the setup. I will change back to the other one, but as of right now, I'm doing all my reviews in here just to get them out as fast as possible. It's like if you went to any festival and you try to pump out 14 or 15 reviews in that time frame. So it's the same deal. So I'm just going to do everything here for the next week and a half. So let's get this started. The festival started yesterday for me, and the first film I saw was About Mom and Dad. This is a local film in Texas. I'm actually going to be covering a lot of local films in this montage of reviews. But anyways, this is a local film made in Texas, and it's written and directed by Rachel Shepard. She is an independent filmmaker in Texas, and all the actors are from Texas, and basically the locations were in Texas too. So I didn't really like it. I'm going to come right off the bat and just say I did not like this movie at all. And here's why. Let's start with the directing. Now, I'm sure Rachel Shepard was trying to get to a point of this movie of making, a movie about a bunch of problems within a family and whatnot, and, in the end, you're going to love them anyways. Sure, why not? It just felt like a long, drawn-out soap opera of a movie that could have been condensed down to a short film. If it was a short film, I probably would have liked it. But it was stretched out into an hour and a half, and it just felt like it was just, it just didn't need to be that long. It really didn't. Basic premise, family, mom and dad, 2 daughters and a son. Wife catches dad cheating, and she goes ballistic, and then a bunch of other secrets and stuff happen in between the family and some other members outside the family. It's just a long, dramatic, just boring movie. Now listen, I am all for slow and lethargic movies. I saw Under the Skin. I know. And there's a lot of others, like drama-wise, that I really like. They're really, really slow. But this one, it tries so hard to, hit on these certain points in the movie of cheating and, loving other people and forgiveness and stuff, and it felt like, I'm not gonna lie, this is the worst compliment to say to any person, but it's not even a compliment, it's a diss, but it looked like a student film. Not gonna lie, it looked like an hour and a half of someone's senior thesis shown on screen. Not gonna lie, because my senior thesis was like 15 minutes long, and that was tough to sit through. How in the hell are you supposed to sit through an hour and a half of this boring gibberish? I just didn't like it. It was boring. It was boring, guys. Okay, that's the problem with the directing, is that it's boring. It did not to be full length, and it felt like a student film. Sorry. The acting was not good. Gonna be honest with you guys, it was not good at all. The only person that was redeemable was the older sister. I thought her acting was very good, and she was also very good to look at. So, yeah, I'll factor that in. I'm just kidding, but she was good looking. The acting was very wooden. It was very stiff. It was very amateurish, like a student film. That's the other thing that reeked about it, was the acting that made it like a student film. There's really nothing you can do about it. Get better actors, or get a better script, or get a better premise, or just don't shoot like a student film. So that's my problem I have with the acting. The cinematography, once again, it's just basic shots. There's really nothing profound or exciting about the shots. Most of this movie is dialogue and people-based shots. So there's really only so much you can do with it in terms of shot setup and dollies and tracks and whatnot. So overall, the cinematography it's fine. It's not bad. It's just some shots do look like a student film. There are a couple shots outside the house that look that were really cool. I will give them props on that. There was a couple shots that was like, it's pretty cool. That's yeah. So cinematography is not really mind blowing at all. That's another factor that contributes into the student film look. The editing wise, it is an hour and a half, and it feels like 5 hours because of the material and the fact that it's boring. I don't care about these characters. I don't care about what happens to them because I know it resolves in the end. But that's the thing. When you know it resolves in the end, at least have something in the middle of it for me to care about. I just didn't care. That was the problem. I wanted it to be over because it just felt longer than it should. Should have been a short film idea. That would have been cool. I would have actually appreciated that. So, overall, 3 out of 10, just because I liked the older sister actress. Just too long, too boring. Should have shortened it. Sorry to be so rough on you about Mom and Dad. And if one of the filmmakers of it finds this review, I apologize. You can look at my stuff and criticize all you want, but that's just what I feel about what I saw and what was presented. And the other thing that was student film is the nail in the coffin. The ADR in this movie, automatic dialogue replacement, terrible. So terrible. You can tell it was recorded in a sound booth. It was not mixed well. It did not fit with the movie. And that's another thing that reeked of student film. So that was like the nail in the coffin for me. I'm sorry, but you should have cleaner ADR. So like I said, 3 out of 10. Have you heard about Mom and Dad? I guess a better way to rephrase that is, what are your thoughts on about Mom and Dad? And if you even heard about it, comment in the place roll and place and let me know. And if you've seen it in Dallas, I guess let me know. But that's my review of this movie, and more to come. So thanks for watching my reviews. I'm Chase Lee, and until next time for whatever I review next. See you guys later.